We got some work done on Thursday, and then Friday, of course, we had a ton of rain. But thought I'd do a little quick update. One thing, if you notice, the black walnut tree is dropping all these black walnuts. If you would, when you see them, if you want to put them back over by the tree, a lot of the juglone that is produced by the tree that kind of tries to compete with other plants and inhibits the growth of nightshades and broadleaves and things like that. From what I remember looking into it previously, there's a little bit of it in all parts of the tree, but one of the highest concentrations is actually this husk around the nut, which would make sense because as it breaks down, if it basically inhibits the growth of any other plant around it, then that nut if it germinates, has a better chance of succeeding and out-competing what's around it. So, I mean, we can't move the tree and stuff like that, but if we can keep these out of the garden and out from being close to the garden, it should reduce the likelihood of that juglone being released and messing with our plants. You may notice mushrooms in and around. This is a good thing, okay? Don't panic. I know a lot of people in their lawns, they get all upset and they want to get rid of the mushrooms because they think they're unsightly or whatever, but that's actually an indication of healthy soil and healthy soil building. Those are saprophytic mushrooms, meaning they consume dead stuff and break it down, and that's what breaks down the wood chips and helps turn it into soil. So they're not edible, at least those are not edible. There are ways of doing that. It could be inoculated with some wine cap, but unless you are absolutely positively an expert at foraging mushrooms and identification, do not try to eat them, but do not try to get rid of them either. Don't bring any fungicide out here, anything like that. They're doing their job, they're building soil. So yeah, if you see black walnuts, move on. The nut sedge in these beds, if you want to pull the nut sedge, go ahead. That is sweet potato coming back up again. Those are pieces of sweet potatoes coming back up again. Leave them. We may not get anything, but go ahead and leave them. I mean, there's bits of sweet potato all over the place in here. Just leave them. They're living roots. The new bed, Dale has put in lettuce, carrots, and carrots. We'll see how those do. Hopefully they will do very, very well. So those are doing good. Current status of some of the other things. Peas are still starting to come up. See if they make it up the wire or not. Collards are growing. There's some grass in there. We'll see how they do if they don't get drowned out. Got the okra doing a little bit here. Fava beans. Green peas. When I leave here, I may go get some bales of straw. Mulch it with a little bit of straw. Mustards are doing okay, although some of them are already getting old, so that variety just may not last very long. Been working on the compost pile. Train's coming. Swiss chard was reseeded. Some of that's coming up. We'll see how that does. Collards, mustard, spinach. Coming up, so far looking good. Turnips. I put garlic in here. Now, these were not, I did not buy garlic seed. These are some that I grew. I had a whole bunch, but they were most of them fairly small cloves. I don't know how much energy they've got, but I had enough for this whole row. And again, if I get some straw, I may put a light layer of straw on top of that, try to help keep some of the weeds from coming down. Collards and turnips. So that's about the status right now. Zinnias are still blooming. There's still bees and butterflies. That's the status of it right now. We may not be going hot and heavy, but barring individual days when the weather is bad, work will continue out here preparing for next year. I'm still going to be planting stuff. Got rid of some of the cowpeas here, cut them up in little pieces, and that's what went in the compost pile, along with some of the tomatoes that other people had cut up and stuff. The T-posts and trellises that were here for the cucumbers, those have been removed to kind of clear that area. But leave a comment if you're watching this. Click the like button, leave a comment or something, just to show that there's a little bit of activity and interest. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, 3 bales of straw. Garlic is mulched. This bed of green peas is mulched, weeded and mulched. And the fava beans have been weeded and mulched.